Welcome back to episode number 5 of the Scholar Athlete Podcast. I'm your host, Noah Searcy, sitting with someone who I've known for as long as I can remember, one of my dad's best friends, Jason. Thanks for having on. Thanks for coming on, man. It's been a long time coming. Been saying I'm going to get a guest on for a while, and you're definitely one of the first people I definitely wanted on this podcast, and I just felt like you being the first guest was the right thing to do. So
it's a rite of passage.
Yeah, so let me give you a quick intro of who Jason is. So like I've said, someone I've known for as long as I can remember. He's a Marine veteran, owner of the Social Grounds Coffee Roasters here in Historic Springfield down in Jacksonville, Florida. His company works closely with the city of Jacksonville service providers to employ and empower homeless veterans and help the less fortunate through the proceeds of your purchase. So Jason, welcome on again, man. This place is beautiful.
Thank you.
It's definitely getting the coffee shop vibes in here. It smells good. It smells real good. Just tell me how you're doing. How's business going so far?
Yeah, no, business is good. I think it's challenging always. I just talked to another friend who's a roaster, and so I think numbers haven't quite shifted the way we thought right now. So I think everyone's finding creative ways. I think being creative, continuing to do things that you've always done that work, valuing your guests constantly, the way you create sustainability.
Right.
You don't want a revolving door, so every guest is important.
Definitely.
Creating a quality product.
Right.
And being a place where people want to come.
For sure. Well.
And then making an impact.
Right.
Huge a part of what we do. So yeah.
Well, just me looking in from the outside, I'm extremely proud of you. Everything that I've seen, it's really cool. So, let's get into it though. Let's talk a little bit about, what your life looked like before this shop, right? So let's go way back. Obviously, this place opened up in 2015. Is that correct?
We started the vision in 2015. This actually opened 2017.
Oh, so
we started the vision and roasting in 2015 and dreaming about this. And May 20th, 2017, we opened our first retail shop.
Awesome. So what was your career before you started this?
Oof. Again, remember I did serve in the Marine Corps.
Right.
Came out of the Marine Corps trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Ended up in infrastructure cabling, project management, regional sales director, doing pretty well, and then life hits you in the face and kind of unraveled at the seams. I think a lot of things that I carried through childhood, through experience in transitioning out of the military, just things not dealt with, and I think a lot of vets struggle with that, transitioning out, not dealing with things. I think they're trying to do a better job, but getting help mentally and emotionally is a big think it hits us all.
And I know that's something that you struggled with definitely and had to overcome in your life, and something that's just really cool is how you work pretty closely with the City of Jacksonville service providers.
Yeah.
And also I see you guys have a warrior blend.
We do.
With the Wounded Warrior Project.
Yep.
So talk a little bit about that, how'd that collaboration come into?
We actually kind of mutually doing the same things. They kind of saw what I was doing.
Right.
I had seen where they had come from. They had, for lack of a better words, kind of run into some issues in their organization, and they were flushing it out, readjusting, making adjustments. I think a lot of times life and business and all these areas, in sports as well, right?
Right.
It's about making adjustments.
Yeah.
And so they made an adjustment to learn from a mistake, and we had a conversation that went really well, and they had told me about where they were going with their integrity, spending money and things, and I felt really good about it. And so we thought that it was great that we could become a corporate champion, which means we value the same things they do, that we're both after helping veterans and helping them to transition, helping them to gain quality of life, and helping them sometimes to survive.
Right.
We lose a lot of vets every single day from veteran suicide, and so the epidemic is rampant, and so there are so many people that have come through that, are trying to make a difference, and us being one of that, and they really appreciated that and known where I came from and are trying, and we're appreciative to say, hey, we want to align in the same avenue. So no money's exchanged, but a lot of love, a lot of empowerment, a lot of support on both ends. We do their carry forward run. We just had one donated them all the coffee and supporting them out there, all the runners that gave and helped to raise money.
Right, so that's really cool. And another thing I also wanted to talk about, I read about you guys' wholesale partnership program. So, if I'm a business and, I want to collab with you guys and, I want to support the things that, you're pushing for, how can I do that?
On our website, you obviously can reach out. There's a direct content sheet where you can fill out questionnaire and it will go directly to us and we can contact you. But we love to talk to people about the quality of what we do and the impact of what we do. So we source high-end specialty coffee. We roast it right here down on Talleyrand by the stadium. So it's all fresh. It's all roasted in-house. And then the impact of that is to help us continue to empower through organizations that we partner with. And then the employment part, we've hired 7 veterans so far and helped them transition. So continuing our mission, we would love to continue to do that, to hire in-house, especially as our wholesale program grows. We can hire vets in the warehouse to help package, to help with the roasting and production and the delivery of this product. And so every account matters. So and you can reach out on Instagram, Facebook, send us a message.
Cool. All right, so let's move a little bit forward. So now you got the shop going, and I kind of want to just get into your head, like, how long have you wanted to have a coffee shop? Like, has it always been coffee? Like, why coffee?
Yeah, no, not coffee. I always tell people I've got to take it back to Cup of Love, to our ministry, that we use coffee to reach the homeless in the inner city. Because I was homeless as a vet and struggled, lost everything and struggled in that area for about 1.5 years. And so it's part of my story. And so when we saw the impact that it had on people, it just hit me like, hey, I think we could actually use the coffee and create a great product and show the impact and helped us to continue our mission and impact more people. And so I loved the opportunity. I loved what coffee did. I started to drink coffee more, and I saw how people gathered. I saw the conversation I had at coffee shops, and it just was a natural fit and a shift. And so, Mandy and I went after it. But I started in roasting. I started that avenue and trying to, kind of peddle friends and families, and it grew from there to where we were able to open the shop.
Right. So I also wanted to go into like where you source your beans from, because I read online that you said just a bunch of different coffee or bean farms.
Yep.
So like, where are those located at?
They're all over the world. So we source different coffees. The general consensus across the world is that we call them crowd pleasers. So Central and South American are great coffees to introduce to people. Most everyone loves them. And then you get into some Africans, some Indonesians that in China now they're producing coffee. These coffees are different coffees that not everyone would enjoy. They have a different flavor palette, different profile. And so we source Guatemalan, Nicaraguan, Costa Rican, Brazil, a lot of Colombian.
That's crazy. So have you ever like gone out there and seen the whole process?
I haven't, and some good friends of mine from Black White Coffee Roasters in Raleigh-Durham, I just got off the phone, and I think they're going to make some trips, and I've talked to them about it several times, about going with them. So I plan on 2023 to make what we call an origin visit, or hitting the farms and seeing those. But again, my military career has provided me the opportunity to go all over the world.
Yeah, that's sick.
I've driven past them, but I've never been on farm, and knowing what I know now. But I do have conversations. I was on a conversation with a producer out of Colombia today, a lot of importers, or exporters, I'm sorry. And so I have some direct access to quite a few farms, El Salvador, Colombia, Brazil, and some many more, but just have not made that yet. The cost to go there, the time that it takes, but I heard it's an epic visit that is a must for a roaster or cafe.
Right. So, let's go in, maybe I'm listening to this right now and I don't live in Jacksonville, Florida. Maybe I can't make the trip out here. So, but obviously I can still get some coffee from you. You have your subscription-based model also, so that's how I can buy that. So explain that a little bit. How can I get my hands on some of this coffee?
Yeah, website, Instagram. We should have some click buttons on Instagram, but our website, socialgroundscoffeeroasters.com. Go there, look through, hit shop, scroll through the subscription base that we have, help support us continue to change lives, and also get the highest quality coffee you can. We just were up in North Carolina with friends of ours, and we had 4 other roasters that are really high-end roasters that have been awarded, and we competed with them and went head-to-head, and we did really well. So we know the quality of the coffee. We know that we're getting some amazing coffees, and we know that we're roasting at a high level. So we're super pumped. We also have a bag. Our new bags came out, super dope bags.
Yeah.
Our mission's on the back. You can QR code it.
Nice.
So you can look at that. The bottom, you can see brew guides.
Yep.
You can hit our YouTube channel with a brewing guide on there, our roast date. So a lot of cool stuff on here with what we're doing with our bags. And so hopefully we're also pushing to, this is new news. This isn't even out. This is you hearing it first.
All right.
But I think we're going to roll our military line out.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to really hone in on the military side of what we do. Our bags are going to resemble that. There are about 200,000 veterans in Jacksonville alone, not active military, not patriotic people, not people that want to help. So we're looking at a lot of people that could be and make a lot of difference. And so we're going to roll this out, really show, the side of our brand that we want to, and then we'll still have our truly aesthetic, beautiful bag as well, and push some other coffees.
Yeah.
But we've got some ideas to roll some things out to really show people who we are and what they're impacted. So that's going to happen early in 2023.
That's awesome. So going back to the subscriptions, so how often will this get delivered to my door?
As often as you like. I think we have the button for once, twice, however many bags you drink per month, we'll drop that on your door. Coffee stays fresh for up to 30 days. So we like to ship them out 2s, 3s, 4s at a time. So most bags last a week if you're an avid coffee drinker. So 1 a week is 4 a month. If you're an occasional, 2, and if you're just once in a while, the 1 bag. But we do have, I think, 50 or more. You'd have to check the site, free shipping, and I think a lot of people jump on 2 or 3 bags to catch that deal.
Yeah.
Shipping is pretty pricey right now, so we try to make it worth it. So 2 or 3 bags, we'll ship it to you for free.
Awesome. So just, we're here in Springfield, definitely a booming neighborhood here, historic neighborhood down in Jacksonville. What made you open your doors here in this neighborhood?
Again, back to the ministry downtown.
Yeah.
My wife and I, Mandy, decided that we wanted to be close to the people that we were trying to care for. And we moved over here to Historic Springfield. There was nothing here. When we got here, we were doing the ministry work in the inner city, and we started to look around and just kind of pray about what we were doing, and the Lord really opened our eyes to this area. And as we made final kind of arrangements to get in here, things started to move. We were one of the first ones here, us and Hyperion, and then other things started to pop up. And again, we just were part on the front end of that.
Right. So, obviously I can see you're very passionate about this, and this is something that I've been kind of asking myself, what's my passion, and, what drives me every day. So you being the owner of this business and this company, what would you say drives you every day? Like
people.
Right.
People, impacting lives, people. Because of my faith and what I believe, I see a high value in people. Jesus saw high value in me to save my life and to give me away, and I have to do the same thing.
Right.
And so we honor people and we affirm the value in them through Jesus. And so I love all people. I love, we see the homeless, the least of the least, all the way to CEOs of major corporations in here. I love to see different, the way we can impact people in Springfield. Man, we have the plethora of socioeconomic, we have race, we have all kinds of melting pot here.
Right.
And we can see and be kind to all people. And so we'll give a cup of coffee to someone who could barely afford it, to someone who runs most of the city.
Right.
So it's been a cool thing for us. We've been awarded by Governor Rick Scott, now Senator Rick Scott for a while.
Right.
The White House came and awarded us as a veteran business. And so we've been here just doing work and showing impact. And so we've had some cool things happen to us as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, and some of my final questions, kind of keep it a little bit of fun. What's your favorite thing to drink here? Something that you could just drink every day.
Espresso.
Yeah.
I drink espresso a lot. Pour over, just tasting the nuances, the subtleties in coffee is what drives me. To kind of, there's something about your palate and expanding that and connecting with your brain, all of your senses, that's really, really cool as you begin to really kind of settle in and really hone and focus. I always challenge people, when you eat, think about the texture. Don't just engulf it. Don't just have conversation, but be present with it and just mouthfeel, texture, all of the senses, the smell, the aromas. It'll open up a whole nother arena for you.
All right, another question I have. So if I'm on here and I'm, trying to maybe go on the website, maybe start a subscription, which one of these blends would you recommend?
Man, if you're an espresso drinker, we have our Notorious. It's called the Notorious. It's our in-house espresso program. Mm-hmm. We have the Matrix if you like a little bit of fermentation, a little bit more upfront fruit and acidity. That's another great espresso. And it's a great pour-over blend. Columbia Washed is a solid coffee, dude. You cannot go wrong, but a lot of people love our Warrior blend, which is a Brazil blend. It hits a lot of people just on a drip coffee, just a batch, a pot of coffee in the morning to get you through. But we've got a plethora. We've got a new one out, just dropped today. It's our holiday blend. It's called the Nutcracker blend.
I saw that.
Just dropped today. A lot of great milk chocolate, subtle notes of walnut and some nutmeg.
Cool.
So just that holiday vibe. So that's a limited release that we're going to have through Christmas.
That's awesome. Well, Jason, that's all I got today. Thank you for coming on and, for having me here down in the shop. If any of y'all are ever down in the Jacksonville area, come down here to Historic Springfield, check it out. It's beautiful down here. It looks amazing down here. The shop's amazing. But thank you for having me here and coming on again, and so appreciate it.
It's good to go.